What's up, YouTube? It's your man Dan again here in the shop. I'm gonna make a quick video today of a 8793 throttle body mod. It's a cheap little mod that I picked up over the years. It's really something really cool for you to use if you need to add a little more horsepower, a little more airflow to your setup. Works really good on throttle body stuff or supercharged and turbo stuff. Anyways, but make sure before we get into it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell for notification for Fox body content, and let's get into it. All right, so what we got here is we got 3 throttle bodies, and the reason why I brought 3 throttle bodies out is because I just wanted to reference some shit for you. Anyways, naturally you got your Fox body one here, right? Your factory Fox body one, okay? You got the E7SC number here. It's just, you know, this is accelerator brackets, the important part that we're actually working with today. This is a 60mm throttle body. It's got the smaller blade in there, little air hole. It's got the vacuum tube return, the short TPS, if you want to call that, with the little gasket. It's just your standard Fox body throttle body here, 60mm opening. Second here, and the only reason why this is here is just for reference. You can see how small that little pig is. That's a Lincoln one. Okay, Lincoln's only like 55 or 50. I think it's 55mm. It's very small, but the reason why I'm actually have this throttle body here is because, yeah, I just want to use it for reference, because this arm, we could actually use that arm if you really wanted to in a pinch. We're going to set that off to the side because that's pretty much garbage. But anyways, here is the final throttle body. This is the Explorer throttle body. And you can naturally see the difference in size there. The opening is 65mm. Now, they start making, you know, aftermarket throttle bodies at like 65, 70mm. And, you know, that's all good and dandy and shit. But, I mean, this is just a cheap throttle body mod trick that you can do for your car. You know, you can find these in the junkyard probably for 20 or 30 bucks or something. You know, if you don't need any of the sensors, it doesn't matter because your Fox body TPS and Fox body IAF will just go ahead and they will both clip on here. But anyways, this is the biggest portion of the video is your accelerator bracket blade here. You see these? They're clocked differently. So you can't just stick this sumbitch on your Fox body and expect to go fast and just put it on there and send it. Because you ain't going to be able to open the blade because it's clocked for an Explorer. But what we're going to do in this video today is we're going to put this arm in this throttle body, use this blade and this housing. And basically, if I had a TPS or an IAC that I wanted to put on it and put on the throttle, you know, put it on the car, you know, in the blade, all this shit will fit. But you got to modify this, and in turn, you're going to end up destroying this as it is. So we're doing this mod. I'm doing a video because I'm going to stick it on the blue turbo Mustang over there, you know, and consider it, you know, a 65mm. You know, it's still considered Ford parts or whatever. But anyways, let me show you something. With one of the other Explorers. So what I got here is I got another Explorer throttle body. These two both are Explorer throttle bodies. You can see here with the brackets, okay? But if you notice, it's got a big TPS on it, and this boss here is raised. If you notice on this one here, it's got a shorter boss, and it's got a tube, okay? This one's got a boss for the tube, but they deleted this like late 97. So if you kind of want to steer away from the F8, and then there's a number here. See the F8? You kind of want to stay away from F8 and up. This number's kind of etched out a little bit, but this is an F7. And they also made an F6. So what I guess that means is the 96, 97, that really is kind of where, or that's kind of what you're looking for with like the Explorer and Mountaineer throttle bodies. Those are the best ones to modify and use on your Fox body. Whereas, you know, this one would require you to actually machine this down quite a bit so your regular TPS would fit. And then you got to drill a hole for this return tube and still do your other modifications I'm about to show you. All right, so what I've done is taken these apart, and you can see there's a little gasket in here, and there's also like a little bearing. I like to throw a little WD in there just to make sure that they're working good. You know what I mean? Got to make sure this is loose and broken loose, because this thing here likes to snap off. So if you needed another one, you could have one right here on the Fox body one. So this is the Explorer one. I pulled it out. Look at this. This thing was actually bent. I had no idea. But this arm isn't going to be used again. This is actually junk, kind of. Obviously it's bent, so it is. You wouldn't have to get rid of it. But what we're going to do here is you can see the difference in the blade quite a bit. That's only 5mm really. But anyways, the Fox body throttle body at this point is not going to be used at all. This arm that came out of it, however, is. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to set these guys next to each other, kind of give you an idea. I'm going to make, I'm going to cut with a cutter to make my Fox body one fit the blade. And naturally, you can see here, that shit ain't going to work because it's too big. See that? But if I cut about 1/8 of an inch off each side, I can get this thing to fit. Now, if I can get that blade to fit on this arm that's got the proper Fox body E7 SC bracket, I could slide this thing back on up in here in the Explorer housing, clock this spring, and there you got a 65mm throttle body for free. Instead of paying $150, $200, $300 for a new one, you could just use some factory Ford shit. Now, the reason why I wanted to grab real quick, I forgot to mention earlier in the video, 9697 is a good one to use because it's got the vacuum return, just like the Fox body one does. So what we're going to do very easily is we're going to open up the vise here. Don't mind the mess, folks. We busy. I'm going to put this Explorer one in here. Whenever I get it wide enough. Kind of hard because I'm trying to hold the camera too. I do have a stand. I'm actually holding it. How sad is that? And very easily. Don't matter what you use. I probably should go ahead and get I'm going to run over here and grab a persuader bar. Just a little bar that we have over here in the back. Perfect. Very simple. Let me go ahead and tighten it down. A little bit more. Very simple. We'll take it. See that? It actually moves without breaking anything. See that? Still tight. No problem. Just moved it, made it straight, and clocked it just like a Fox body. So, now we're ready to go ahead. I'm going to pull my cutting tool over here. And I'm going to try to make this Fox body one the same size as that. I'll go ahead and start the video with this. Make sure you got some eyewear. I probably should have this in the vise, but I can do this by hand. I've done this about 100 times. But it's very precise. You cut on one side of this arm, you're going to want to cut the same on the other side. So you want to take it slow. Now we'll go to the other side. Got a nice cut going. This one's a little harder. So you can see I made a couple cuts there. Got a little ways to go. Better yet, son of a... Suck at this shit. So you get the point. I'm gonna get there. I don't want to see you cut my fingers. All right, so there you have it. Blade fits in. See the little notches on the back? Comes right up to the bar. ish. It's kind of aligned. See the little notches? They kind of align it up. And then you can see it's lined up with the screws. And I had to cut it. You know, it's not perfect. That fucked up a little bit, but it's fine. It works. Proven works. So now, pretty clean cut. Now I'm going to go and prep this thing. I'm going to clean this out a little bit. Throw a little bit of oil and like WD-40 or some shit in it. To kind of give it a, you know, make sure these bearings, it feels really good. But it's always nice to throw a little bit in there just to, you know, give it some lubrication or whatever. And then we're going to put this thing together. All right, so here we go. Got it all cleaned up. Got the bearing nice. Feels nice and loose. Tubes changed in the right direction. Explorer 65mm E6 or F6. Got our cut blade here. Got our accelerator bracket. That's the proper way. This is welded on. This is why we're doing all this. This is your idle set screw. Bracket goes there. Slide her on up in there. Boom, done. See that? Perfect. At the same time, we're going to want to take this spring here and set it past the idle set screw. Right there. Get it on the other side of that. That way it's got a spring. See that? It springs right back. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and give myself a little head start there. These little nipples go down. The H goes to my left. See that? This thing's kind of an asshole to put in. But if you get it right, you'll be able to put the screws back in. Sometimes it helps to move the blade. Just a little bit. See, I got it. Boom. So now it's lined up with the holes. I could just go ahead. I'm going to use the Fox body ones because they were better shape. Same damn screw as the Explorer one was. So I'm going to hit these with the drill, and we're going to be done. Wrong way, dummy. Hot damn, look at that. I'm just going to bring them in lightly with this thing. Make sure it's sitting right. Make sure it's not bound up. I'll just take my damn Phillips screwdriver. Go ahead and tighten her up. Probably suggest a little bit of blue Loctite, but for the video, this is fine. Boom, it's done. Look. Look at that. Fucking cheap ass mod right there, Patna. So what we want to do here is actually give the throttle body a little bit of you know, you got to set this on the car anyways. Look at that. You got to give it a little bit of set screw. You should reset this anyways when you get it on the car. There's plenty of videos out there to show that, but I mean, there you have it, folks. Cheap ass mod again. Like my stance video. Get a better stance out of your old drum shit. I mean, we've all hated that stance where it looks like the, you know, just go check that video out if you get a chance. I got a lot of good videos on, you know, this is a Fox body channel, so. But 65mm throttle body didn't take me, naturally that would have probably took me like 10 minutes. I mean, I didn't kill the Fox body one, but I just used the guts from it. Could you put it back? You could, but why would you want to? This is considered a Ford part. I've made 600 wheel on this damn throttle body out of injectors. Small turbo. We're going to put this one on that blue turbo over there. I want to make some fucking power with like a completely bone stock motor. Just like my other video, we did it on a 60K mileage car and made 500 on accident. So, anyways, without further ado, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It's kind of a longer video than I wanted to go with. But I wanted to show you guys a cheap, easy way to give yourself a little more power. See you later. Keep it straight, boys.